Hey there, Vultra Hub. How are you guys doing this fantastic Friday? I hope you guys' weather is better than mine here. If you live in the Northern Hemisphere, United States, Canada, it has been interesting weather to say the least. Just when you think the snow is gone, it's right back. Last week I was wearing tank tops and I'm back to a jacket this week, and it's interesting. Let's jump right into today's news story. X-Men, Days of Future Past. The trailers look so good for this movie. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I've watched every single X-Men. The one I didn't really care for was First Class. It was good, but it just seemed like something was lacking. I love the Wolverine movies. I love the original X-Men. This one looks so good, and I really can't wait to see it in theaters. Me and my friends were making fun of the trailers when they first came out. The one manly tear, we need you to believe, all this stuff. But this movie looks good, and I hope they don't flop with this movie and make it completely horrible, and that it's actually decent. Let's wait and see. Are you guys gonna go watch it? I hope you guys watch it, and tell me what you guys think. Are you gonna go see it day one? Usually I don't go see movies day one because I don't do well in crowds, and I get angry and aggravated in crowds sometimes, but this one I might make an exception to go. Not 100% sure yet, but if you are going to watch the movie, let me know in the comment section below. Now, with the closure of Irrational Games, the studio that made Bioshock, Bioshock 2, and Bioshock Infinite, there's been a new release of the progression of Elizabeth from 2010 to 2013, and there was original game footage of her as she was a completely mute character, looked completely different. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. You can find it on Kotaku, you can find it anywhere you pretty much look. It's amazing to see the progression of what she started out looking like, and what she actually looks like in the game. Because I remember watching, what was it, E3 2012, where she looked completely different from the game, the final product, and where using her powers would hurt her, but in the game, the final game, using her powers really had no effect. And it was just interesting to see the progression, having played the game and really enjoyed and gotten into the story of the game, and having seen the progression of Elizabeth. I don't know if they're going to do progression on Booker, because you don't really see him aside from the trailers. I was going to say the commercials, the trailers, pictures. You don't really see him. The voice has been the same, I'm thinking, pretty much day one, so go check it out if you haven't seen it. If you're a fan of the Bioshock series, and now with Irrational Games closed, go check it out. It's actually pretty interesting to see. And the last bit of news, Bethesda has officially announced that they are done with Skyrim. Now, they had the DLC Hearthfire and Dragonborn, and was that the two? I know there was two. Was there three? Anyway, Dragonborn and Hearthfire, they're officially done with Skyrim. No more of the Elder Scrolls. Skyrim is going to be done. They're done with it. Elder Scrolls Online, I don't know what they're going to do with that. I'm pretty sure they're still going to focus on that. Well, they better. It just came out, but the game is done. Which is, if you play on PC, I played on PC, isn't, a horrible thing. There's so many mods out there. There's so many people that create extra quests and extra things to do that it really isn't a problem. But I also have it for console, and it's like, oh, that's kind of limiting. But you know what? I have over like 300 hours, and still I'm finding new things to do in Skyrim, so I don't think it's really a loss. It is disappointing that they're not going to try and bring out another DLC that is just completely blown away and amazing, but at the same time it's like, thank God they stopped before they made it horrible. You know what I'm saying? And now we gotta ask ourselves the question, if they're not focusing on Skyrim anymore, what are they focusing on? Because the studios don't do a period where they're not focusing on something, or they're not working on something. You could have, take for instance, BioWare. They have the new Mass Effect 4 they're working on, or Mass Effect, whatever they gave the title, and Dragon's Age Inquisition, and probably some other project we don't know. They have at least 3-4 games in the works right now. So, what is the next game Bethesda is working on? We know it's The Evil Within, and what else? I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's Fallout 4. I liked Fallout 3. I liked all of the Fallouts. They're a little boring, yeah, sometimes, but I like them. And maybe with the finale of Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and then bringing out Elder Scrolls Online, that Skyrim, Fallout 4 will finally, hopefully, be starting to be developed. That's what people were hinting at, but I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt until I hear proof from Bethesda. That's all I got for you guys this week. If you want to see more of what I do, come to youtube.com/floorhugger. If you want to see more of what Vultra does, subscribe below. I will see you guys next week with more gaming news. Bye, guys.